so I can point some points of interest on the way up to Westminster, if you'd like me to. Now, if you'd like me to, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye. Aye. Over here, look, you'll have to look very carefully and very closely, because you might miss her, because she's under camouflage. The HMS Belfast by this monument, and it stands 202 feet tall. It's got over 200 steps up to the viewing gallery, and will only cost you £1 to go up there. But if you was the Ladies Monument down in the easy direction, this is where the Great Fire of London started, in Pudding Lane, in a baker's by a candle. Don't start waving at people on the bridges, they think you're nutters. But anyway, it's up to you. London Bridge is probably the most historic bridge that you would go on today. The Romans put the first one up over 2,000 years ago, and it was wooden, and it had wooden houses above it. The nursery rhyme, London Bridge is falling down, is absolutely true, because this is bridge number 5. Do we have any Americans on board this afternoon? Any Americans? Welcome home, folks, to the Caribbean. Anyway, we'll have a look at this pirate ship over here on the left-hand side, sticking out between the two buildings. It's got nothing to do with the Pirates of the Caribbean whatsoever, though. I just think that's a really good film. That means that we can see in, they can't see out, and some days are definitely better than others. Let me tell you. Some days I'll get you to turn the boat around, you go round in circles, and some days we wish we never close it. But over here, there's a public called the Anchor of Bankstown. Last year this pub was on this site 400 years. This is where William Shakespeare used to use the rooms upstairs at the bridge, apart from professional drivers. So is anybody on this bridge, definitely give them away, because they're either lost, drunk or both. But as we come through Southwark Road Bridge, look over here, look, on the left-hand side. Check out the white building with the fat roof with the red flag. Shakespeare's close to the replica. Who put this replica back into London, and his name was Sam Wanamaker. But it took Sam 20 years to get permission to put a factory building back into London. And see the big brown building beside it with the tall chimney? It used to be Bankside Power Station, and now it's home to that modern art gallery called the Tate Gallery. And if you lot know anything about modern art, you'll understand exactly why it's free to go in that big building over there. Now let me tell you, I closed it that very same afternoon, because the bridge started swaying backwards and forwards like this, and people were falling all over on it. But the designer, Lord Norman Foster, said on live TV, it's not my bridge, it's the way Londoners walk. Look at the gold cross on the top. Come down to the top of the dome, and you can see the viewing gallery up there with people walking around it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's over 500 steps up to that viewing gallery, and Sir Christopher Wren brought back into London to think of 1830. It's romantic. Legend says, if you kiss the one you love as you go beneath these bridges, you will get years and years of happiness. For any single ladies on the boat, hello. And any single gentleman, TK, oh, sorry, it's definitely open-minded. And if you're not with the one you love, just lean over and kiss your husband or your wife. Because apparently, it works in the same way as well. Don't be shy, let yourselves go, eh? But one person's kissed anybody on the boat. How's everyone doing? Everyone okay? We're about halfway to Westminster. Thrown out of this school for being a naughty boy in the classroom, and ended up going to a school in Harrow. Lord Asquith was the other Prime Minister, but if you look in between the archway windows, you can see 4 more scholars. Now from left to right, William Wilson, and the one on the right with the ball on his right knee is David Beckham. And of course, that is Isaac Newton on the end there. But over here, to the left-hand side, the red brick building with the Oxo Tower on top of it, used to be called Stanford Wharf, a cold meat warehouse, and where they used to make the Oxo gravy. Now, it's luxury unaffordable apartments. But the restaurant on top is called Harvey Nichols, where one shot of rum up there could cost you £160. Now, this restaurant comes in the top 10 restaurants here in London. And they do say, ladies and gentlemen, fish and chips in that restaurant up there will cost you £75 per person. If the Lions Heads are ducked, then London is well and truly flooded. The white ship over here is called the Wellington, and it was given to us by the New Zealand government. Behind the trees, the white building with the green dome on top of it is another palace, Somerset House, built for the Dukes and Lords of Somerset. It's now an art gallery, but it used to be the registers for birth, deaths and marriages here in the UK. But the building itself, just like St Paul's Cathedral, is made out of Portland stone, which is a very expensive self-cleansing stone from Dorset. So when it rains here in London, which is about twice a year on average, this building over here actually washes itself. Say we stole it. Did we? No, we didn't. Some Egyptians say they gave it to us to celebrate the victory of Mosul of the Battle of the River Nile. But have a look at the features at the bottom, because they're actually facing the wrong way round. They should be facing outward guarding the needle, not inwards admiring it. The last bridge we're going on today is called Charing Cross Railway Bridge. Now this is the only bridge on the River Thames where we go under and over a railway line at the same time. A part of the all-star 5-star hotel and more luxury unaffordable apartments. But behind this building during the Second World War, this is where Winston Churchill's War Office was. And there's actually a museum behind that building to that effect. Now listen to my best joke of the day, right? I've made this one up today, listen. Look over here, look, we've got the London Eye. The London Eye stands 135 metres tall. It's got 32 capsules on it, one for each borough of London. And the new craze here in London at the moment is that you can actually get married on the London Eye. Now what happens is this: you, your partner, the vicar, plus 22 guests get on at the bottom. You say all your vows on the way to the top, and when you get to the top, they stop the London Eye. You say I do, you kiss the bride, and trust me one more time, I know this from my own experience in life. It's all downhill from up there. That bunker, it's got tunnels leading to Buckingham Palace, Downing Street, Houses of Parliament, MI6 and MI5. But when leaving the boat, don't tell anyone, because it's supposed to be a top secret. And only the elite in this country are supposed to know about the big bunker underneath that building over there. I left the best to last, ladies and gentlemen. Houses of Parasites. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day, sorry. Houses of Parliament. Queen Victoria, she opened this palace in 1852. The large tower in the background is named after her and is known as Victoria Tower. The Lord Prayer goes all the way around this building just below the lower windows. And above those windows are all the coats of arms of all the kings and queens and lords and dukes who have actually been through this palace since 1852. Can anyone see Big Ben? Yeah. 2012, when they renamed her to mark our Queen's 60 years on the throne, and now known as Elizabeth Tower. Folks, a little bit of journey information. We're going to come alongside Westminster very shortly.